If you are watching this, you are probably an engineer or a scientist with real technical idea, even a prototype, and a quiet question on the back of your head. Could that be a real company? I'm Anna. I'm a PhD in physics and executive MBA. I've spent years building hardware from early stage academic prototypes to industrial systems used in regulated environments. I've built this course because I've seen the same over and over again. Brilliant engineers, scientists, stuck. Not because their tech is not good enough, but because they lack business knowledge. All those questions. How to finance? How to start? What legal structure should I use? What about IP? Should I patent or not? Seems hard. But is it really? Or is it just not explained for hardware founders? This course will help you to start. Register your company and become a credible startup without burning through your funds and making irreversible mistakes. Let's start with a checklist that helps you to get going. Download it below and pause the video if you need. Study, go through topics, and we will cover them one by one in the following modules. Before we start with legal structures, intellectual property, financing options, we need to pause and think. Early stage founders fail not because they miss a step, but because they don't know which one actually matters. This checklist is not perfect, but it is good enough to start and get going. This checklist is your minimum viable backbone of your startup. It is not perfect, neither it is future-proof. It is correct enough for you to start moving forward safely. Notice something important. This checklist is not linear. You will revisit it multiple times on your entrepreneurial journey. In this checklist, we will be covering several important steps in starting your own business. What legal form shall you choose? Shall you be self-employed, or should you start a limited company? How to balance risks? How to register in a chamber of commerce? How much does it cost? How easy it is to arrange? What taxes do you need to keep in mind? How often to pay? Are there any exemptions? How to keep your books? For how long? Do you need to do it yourself? What about banking? Do you even need your own commercial account? And how to finance the first steps? Do you have any intellectual property? Maybe patents? Are you thinking about them? And how to protect where to start the business? Rent? Or maybe in your garage? In the town you are located? Same country? Another country? And are you starting alone? With a partner? And even if you're starting alone, are you planning to run your company alone? Who is going to manufacture the equipment? And how are you going to grow? Inside of the community, we also work through the checklist in group sessions, because clarity compounds faster together.